Alright, welcome everybody. I'm going to go ahead and turn a wine stopper this afternoon. Wine stoppers are very nice. You purchase the actual bottom part, and this is a stainless steel wine stopper. This is an American made out of Michigan. Gentleman was a wood turner and started making his own stainless steel wine stoppers. Before that, you had to buy everything as an import. I love these though. They're nice and heavy. It's a nice look to them as well. They're not very shiny, but on the chrome ones that you would buy that were imports at times, they would pit. This stainless is not going to pit. So you drill a hole in a block of wood so that you can screw this into the wine stopper, and they actually sell you a mandrel, they call it, that is about the same screw size as the wine stopper. So I've cut a piece of wood, drilled it. Now I'm going to turn it up to tight on this mandrel. And I just have a Jacob's chuck here in my lathe, and I do have my tailstock on, because if you don't, your wine stopper will jump around a little when you don't get a really clean cut. Now we're not going to use all of this material just like before. We're going to have a certain amount we're going to cut off on the end here, because you don't want your wine stopper to be too tall, because if it's too tall you can't fit it in the refrigerator if it's white wine, or it just makes it a little bit awkward. You see a lot of these kitschy ones for sale out there that have no real kind of understanding of people using them. They're just supposed to be cute, but these are actually supposed to be used, and I want them used, so I try to make them right. What I'm doing right now is I'm setting my caliper to the top of the wine stopper. So as I turn the bottom, when the wine stopper fits, it fits in here, and it fits flat to it, doesn't overhang or is not too short. Okay, we'll see how that goes, right? Let's go ahead and get this started. I'm going to eat away a little bit of the material here at the bottom. Try to get down to the size I need for the caliper, and then we'll start to shape the wine stopper. You've got to really be careful, because if you're not holding your tools and paying attention to what you're doing, see how it jumped back on me a little bit there. See how close we're getting? Not close at all. That's pretty good. I'm going to leave it at that and then come back and test it at the very end, because I want to try to shape the wine stopper, and part of the shaping will be at the bottom as well. What I like to do is, we showed this before, we're going to kind of mark the waist. The other thing I like to do with these is I kind of still think that's a little bit big, so I'm going to actually waist it down to about here. And I like to make a cork type shape, like think about a champagne cork. So I take it up about, I don't know, maybe a third of the way from the top down, and then leave about 2/3 in the bottom for the actual look of the cork itself. So I'm gonna use a little more aggressive tool here to kind of get rid of some material here at the top. And the tailstock really allows you to be a little bit more aggressive on your wood, which is nice. Okay, I'm going to get the spindle gouge back now and start to clean the material. The bottom here that'll be forming the base of the wine stopper. Okay. You can do a mushroom shape if you want. You can leave a little bit of fancy detail here if you want. It's really kind of a feel. I actually like these little ridges here, instead of just having a plain cork. So it feels like it's not quite round here. Let me get it rounded off a little bit. It's a little bit chippy in here while I'm working, so let me get my detail gouge and see if I can get a little cleaner cut with this. Yeah, I like that shape. Need to clean that bottom up a little bit, but let's take a peek at it. Sorry. Oh, it's not bad. I'm going to clean this section up in here. I'm going to just use a small bowl gouge. It's fighting me a little in here. I don't know if it's the wood or if it's just getting thin, or if there's a piece of grain in here that's just not liking what I'm doing, but you know, you just gotta fight through it sometimes. Okay, let me clean this end up a little bit, and then we're gonna nice little turn on the top there too. I want to use my parting tool and kind of mark the end here for myself. Alright. Sorry, I thought I heard something back there. Cool thing is here is when we get done, it's not going to fly off. It's on a mandrel. You need to get a little more tension in there though. Alright, let me just clean up the top here a little bit with this detail gouge. Make sure it's a nice smooth surface up here. As you think about this, you're going to be grabbing it with your hand. And you don't want it to stick the person who's going to be buying this from you. You want it to be really comfortable in their hand, in the grip. Need some room to get in here, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a little bit more off the top here if I can get it. There we go. And it should cut through here. Move this off. And just give it a little. There we go. Let's clean it up with sandpaper. And take a look at this. I'll go ahead and assemble it real quick too. Gonna be a little bit aggressive on the nib with 150. Get that nice and clean. And we're just going down through the progressions again on sandpaper like we always do. Right? Well, and this is cherry. I don't know if I said that before, but it's a scrap of cherry from a bowl or a rolling pin or something else I did, and instead of throwing away all the smaller pieces, you can save them because it's still beautiful wood no matter what size it is, and it looks really pretty. Go over and grab my rag with a little bit of my oil on it. I got a little bit of oil on here. I know I wasn't spinning it on the other day, but I'm using the rag that just had a little bit of oil in it, so I'm trying to squeeze out everything I can. Let's go ahead and stop it. Take a peek. Oh, it looks pretty good. It's getting a little bit more in here. And then the hard part is getting it unscrewed. Okay. Get that unscrewed. Alright, put a little bit of oil on the very bottom part. Now what I'll do is I'll try to screw it on the wine stopper. Should go on fairly easily, and if it doesn't, that's okay. Yeah, see, it's going on pretty easily. I just want to make sure it goes all the way in. And once I know it does, I'm going to put just a tiny bit of what we call CA glue on here so that it holds tightly. But that's how your wine stopper will look. And it's a nice cherry wine stopper. These are great hostess gifts. I know that whenever I go to Christmas parties and all, I think everybody who's had a Christmas party that I've gone to has gotten a wine stopper from me. So that's all for today. Thanks again. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.